The big game is fast approaching, but wait, you still haven't got your tickets. You've spent hours searching, but you're still confused about ticket prices. Time to stop searching. Visit ticketcompare.com. We compare ticket prices for all the popular leagues and tournaments for you. We work only with the most trustworthy sites, so you can have peace of mind when buying your tickets. Compare prices, buy tickets, get to the game. Ticketcompare.com. Buying tickets made simple.
You passed, by the way.
Yeah, just made it no more. The alcohol's just getting out of the system.
Everyone ready? Roger, can you start us?
Afternoon.
First of all, Carl Antonio, just confirmation, is he out for the...
Yeah, he is, and he's going to have an operation sometime this week on his hamstring. So the biggest thing now is to get him ready for the start of next season, really, and get him sorted if we can. But he's a big miss to us because he's someone who we need. He's got great strength and pace, and we'll miss him now between now and the end of the season.
He has had injury problems throughout the season as well. Is that something that maybe while he's off for the summer and getting back to next season, you can just look at the overall fitness? Is that something that's going to
well, they tell me that he never, last season there was very few injuries. I think he picked up an injury at the end of last season, his hamstring, and he's never really recovered from that. And in my time, what I've been here, the short time I've been here, he's had a few pretty bad injuries. So look, it is what it is. We have to go on with it. He's a miss to us, and we just hope that we can get him back quickly for the start of next year.
Manuel Lanzini missed the last game. Is he back in contention?
He's back running, but he was running last week as well. He's got a medial ligament injury which is affecting him from turning, twisting and turning. He's able to run in straight lines at the moment. I'm hoping for an update tomorrow to see how he is, so I wouldn't completely rule him out, but at the moment I'd think he's a doubt.
The 3-0 win over Southampton, coming when it did after what had happened against Burnley, have you noticed a change? Does it feel like something's been lifted almost with that result?
Well, it only got us 3 points, and it's at the moment not got us safe yet. So I think what it got us was 3 vital points and 3 really important points. But we're keeping the focus. You know, we've not got enough points to be safe yet. We have to pick up more. And you know, the next game's Chelsea, and we have to try and do something against them and try and pick up points if we can against them.
The points are the sort of tangible thing, but just in general, with the importance of that,
yeah.
Did you sense?
Yeah, it was a really big victory for us. I think for the team, for the club. I think for everybody, it gave us all a boost. And I think more importantly was the type of performance we gave as well. I think emphatic performance in the first half got us the goals and went on and gave us a chance to win the game quite well.
In terms of where that puts you now, do you look at the table now and think perhaps maybe one more win from the last 7-2?
No, I'm always basing myself on the fact that 40 points is roughly where you need to get to. It's really difficult to work out what the points tally is going to be this year. Hopefully it might not take as much as that, but you know, if I'm thinking it's going to take 40 for me, then it's a long way to go for teams who are below us as well, if that's the case. So I think you've got to keep my mind focused on winning and picking up another 7 or 8 points if we can between now and the end of the season.
Earlier in the season, we faced Chelsea. Arnautovic got the winning goal in that one. That was his first goal of the season. Since then, he's gone on to score several more, and he hadn't scored before then. What have you done to sort of coax the best out of him? And he's sort of almost become the main man.
I don't necessarily think it's anything what I've done. I think it's what Marco's done. I think he's always had the ability, and he's got the ability, as people would tell you who watched Stoke City for years, and probably his career before that as well. That was why he was at so many big clubs. I think we've just given him a licence to go and show what he can do, but also with the instructions that he has to be a big team player as well, and he's done that. He's showed individual qualities with his goal scoring and his finishing, but when we've needed him to work for the team, be part of the team, do the jobs required, he's been good at it, and he's helped us, and he's a really important member of the team just now.
And when you say you sort of given him the licence, does he seem like a happy player, being played in the way that he is at the moment, and going out to score goals and create?
I do. I think when we arrived, I think he was obviously down because he probably hadn't showed exactly how good he is, and maybe just not felt that he's performed as well as he could. But I've got to say, since I've been here, he's been excellent. His goals have made a big difference to us. He's a massively important player for the team and the club. So he'll feel good about that, because I think he's a player who needs that status, but he's got the ability to be that type of player as well.
Just a couple more from me. First of all, we're asking everyone just for a response, their thoughts on Ray Wilkins. I don't know if your paths crossed much over the years, but seems to be a guy that was loved university for that.
Yeah, I've come across Ray quite a lot at different times in my career, and he was a real gentleman. Anywhere you went, he talked about football. He was very good, especially when I was a young manager. At times when we were going to Fulham, different places over the years, and he was excellent. I remember him as a player very much when he went to Italy, AC Milan, and when he came back to Glasgow Rangers, and everybody used to say, he got the ball and he kept it and he never went anywhere with it, but he was a great player. He really was. He was a really, really good player, and more importantly, I only knew him very slightly, but I've got to say the time I had, he was a great man as well, and I'll remember him probably more for being that type of man. And
also this weekend, Manchester City could win the league. People have been marvelling about them, all season long. Just first of all, how much of an achievement would it be to get the job done this early? But also, Manchester, how keen will Manchester United be to at least put it off for another week?
Well, it's a massive game, the derby. The derby, so is the Merseyside derby. They're both massive games, and it'll be some achievement if they win it. If they do, they'll have deserved it because of the football they've played. But at the moment, the only thing I'm concentrating is that I'm playing the current champions, and that's Chelsea on Sunday, and I've got to try and make sure that I beat Chelsea or get a result against Chelsea, so that here at West Ham we can move up the league.
Thanks, David.
You have already beaten Chelsea this season.
Yeah.
Does that kind of give you a bit more confidence going into this game?
Well, I hope lightning can strike twice. That would be the key to it, and we can do it again. I've seen Chelsea quite a lot this season. They're a really good team. They've got excellent players, and as I just said there, up until Manchester City win the league, Chelsea are still champions. So we'll go there and give them great respect, but obviously go there with a game plan to try and get a result and bring some form of points back here to West Ham.
But do things kind of change a little bit towards the end of the season now? You're really fighting for something after their result last week. It looks like they're not going to finish in the top four. So does that kind of give you a bit more edge?
I've been fortunate to be at the top clubs, and I know what it looks like. They have to win all their games. Part of their job, they have to win. So you don't think for a minute that they try and switch off or do that. They don't. You've got to hope that you catch them on an off day, and we can perform well. I think we performed really well in the game here against them, and I think if we can do that again, then I hope we'll give them a real good game.
I know you've already touched on Marko Arnautovic, but the fans seem to think, and a lot of pundits, that he's potentially saved your season. Is he that much of an important player for you?
I don't like the word about saved our season, because that would be disrespectful to all the other players. But I think what I would say is he's massively important, and we probably would be in a poorer position if we didn't have Marko. But I think all the other players have worked and helped to give him a platform. And you have to remember, I don't know how many games he played before I arrived in, maybe 12 or so games before that. When Marko wasn't performing as well as he was then, the other players were doing it for him. So that's why it's a team game, and it's why it's not all about Marko Arnautovic. It's about the team, and it's about West Ham, and it's about Marko displaying his talents in that team.
You mentioned you watched Chelsea quite a lot.
I have, yeah.
The game on Sunday, and what do you think of their performance?
I've seen Chelsea a lot this season, and I think up until Eriksen scoring a worldie of a goal, I think Chelsea were in top, and I think Chelsea would have been more than happy with their performance. I think the game changes slightly on an incredible goal by Eriksen, and I think that changes and gives Tottenham a little bit of a lift, and the next goal goes to Tottenham, which puts him in the ascendancy. So I actually thought that Chelsea hadn't done an awful lot wrong in the first half, but in the end Tottenham played very well as well. The standard of the teams at the top of the Premier League at the moment is very high, and on any given day, maybe one could beat the other.
that kind of answers my next question, which is why is it so difficult to retain the title?
Well, I found it when I went to Manchester United. Manchester United were champions when I took over. I think while you're becoming champions, everybody else is improving. Everybody else is trying to improve their squad, looking to see what they can do to make it better. Probably making more plans and preparation to do better in the following season. I found that when I was at United. I think Man City did, Chelsea did, Liverpool did. So I think that happens, just like this year. I think it's happened with Chelsea. Chelsea are champions, and I think that you look at the way Manchester City went about their business, and Manchester United had all their signings in place very early on in the pre-season, and so I think that the competition, Tottenham were always a good team and were improving as well. I think the teams have all got ready. If somebody's the champions, the others are all getting ready to try and take it off you the next year.
At the other end of the table where you are, I mean, psychologically, how much difference does it make to the players and to you that, you know, the relegation is in your own hands? You're in control.
That's massively important, because we want to be the ones who can, you know, make sure that we win the games and get ourselves. We're not relying on every other result. Don't get me wrong, I think there'll be every manager in the bottom 10 of the league looking at everybody's results and hoping that ones go their way, and we're no different. But we do know that if we can win our games, I'm hoping that our home games where the crowd have been fantastic, they'll help us. We've got Stoke in a couple of weeks' time, and we've got City and United and Everton all to come at the stadium. I'm hoping that, you know, the crowd and everybody connected to West Ham will play their part and get us over the line.
Thanks. Cameras off, please.